Ladies and gentlemen, we're cooked. What's up, guys? I'm Pencil here, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 179 of Chainsaw Man, which is known as that's it. Van Vaga. The funny thing is, though, we know Pochita can speak. Or at least, like, in Denji's head, he speaks. So, like, does he make the sounds on purpose? Does he specifically try to be as non-communicative as possible? Because we know Underworld creatures can speak a reasonable language. But he just doesn't. Like, I'm not sure if it's just, like, something he's into, or if he literally can't do it because, like, vocal cords or something like that. I don't get it. But and we're cooked. I only saw a hint, an inch, a whiff, a taste of a partial of a panel. So, luckily enough, a majority of this was not spoiled for you, boy. So, let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. I think me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, what's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, we're cooked. Okay, he hasn't eaten all of it yet, but we're cooked, y'all. I mean, you know what? No, because apparently this is a double down on, and I'm going to believe it now that more people are saying it. Apparently, it's just the old HD. It's just the old HD. It's not actually the aging D. That's just a mistranslation on Viz's part. It's not the first time Viz, and probably won't be the last time Viz has translated something wrong. So we aren't as cooked as we could be. But I'd still say, on a scale of like 1 to 10, we're pretty cooked. We're pretty cooked regardless. But, you know, let me stop despair baiting. Let's hop right into it. Ooh, so interesting. Thank you guys. Everyone corrects me so often, and I greatly appreciate it. I've only read Chainsaw Man like twice. I need to go and do like an actual proper slow reread. Have we ever seen him pull his own? I think we have. We've had to have seen it, because Denji always pulls his. I'm trying to think, have we ever seen Pochita pull his own? I know we saw him rip his own heart out and throw it down, and then that led into the setup that led to the end of part 1. But I forget if we've ever seen the true Chainsaw Man yank his own lever. Obviously, he's always making the chainsaw noises, but still interesting. Look at the regen, though. He got what he wanted, though. I think about it. Even though this is from the worst source ever he could get it from, he did end up getting that juice he was asking for. I feel bad for all the Power fans, though. A lot of people were hoping, especially considering he was so passive, this was like a call or like a foreshadowing for Power coming back, looking for the Blood Fiend. But, whoops, seems like not the case. Let's see. Why does the aging D have heels? Interesting choice. Once again, if I'm trying to see, it kind of makes sense if it is the old aging, because notably, while last chapter I tried to do like the old aging D having a voice of like 3 voices, as in a young face, a adult face, and an older adult face. Technically, I do believe, if I remember correctly, it is just a generic face, like what you would see on a... There we go. It's just a generic face, like what you would see on a mannequin, and then like an old face split down the middle. Like it, but then again, it's weird, because like the old face is revealing the regular face. So if it's the old aging D, why would it have the regular face as the basis, as the one that speaks? I don't know. But regardless, it does kind of make sense, especially considering the body itself is like older and decayed. And I suppose that's the thing. It works either way. If it is just the old aging D, then it's just the old aging D. But at the same time, I could see this being a perfect representative for the aging D, because once again, blank face, regular age looking, and then the older, because it represents aging in general. But let's see. Oh, he doesn't have his legs back. He needs more, but don't give him more, please. Well, we know it wants to give him more. Uh-oh. But, like, I gotta give Yoru credit. Like, I was gonna get on it, but, like, to do this, even though I will admit, a lot of people brought up the fantastic point, Big Cheetah was off guard. Very specifically, and obviously didn't seem to want to engage with Yoru anymore. I'm not sure what caused the switch, because initially last chapter I was going to talk about, oh, it's adorable. You know, Pochita, acting out of Denji's sake, didn't want to attack Asa, because he only sees Asa. He didn't see Yoru. Only we as the readers tend to see the difference between Asa and Yoru. She always looks like Yoru. But, no, in reality, before Splagooter and Tank showed up, Pochita was swinging, ready to bisect Yoru. So, like, I don't know why he suddenly disengaged. I get it, he took some damage from the first shot, but you think it would make him immediately aggro. But, like, it had the opposite effect. It's like if you were fighting a boss in a game, and, like, instead of a super powerful attack, you hit it with well, I guess like a limit break, for example. Instead of hitting it with your limit break, causing it to aggro on you super hard and try to take your life, instead it was like, and then just ran off. And then you had to hunt it down. Which I guess isn't technically that first time. They're all running bosses. But it feels weird for Big Cheetah, who was consistently on aggro, to suddenly de-aggro. But I guess he lost an arm, was looking for more juice. I was being kind enough to ask for it, so But let's see. But the reason I bring all that up, he looks so pathetic. And I get it. This man solos multiple verses. But still, just looking at him just... Please. Is that enough? Let me nibble on your toes real quick. Like, dog. Big Cheetah. Your stocks, Big Cheetah, your stocks. Oh, Big Cheetah, why? Big Cheetah, why? No. Let's see. Big Cheetah. I love how aging doesn't even, or old aging doesn't even help. Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, this face is mostly generic. And then you have what looks like an older face on this side, and it's also on the other side, too. Let's see. Fujimoto, please don't get freaky. Please don't get freaky, bro. Let's see. Closed mouth, open mouth, more open mouth. I know they said it was going to be romantic last time, but I mean, there's a large subsection of people on the internet who are into it. I don't like the concept of being eaten. I just never, no. But I know a lot of people really like that. Like, really like that. And I personally have never gotten it. Like, what about that? Sounds like, no. Typically, I try to reach out because, I have weird tastes too. I'm not going to go in depth on those. But still, I have strange things. I like mixing, well, admittedly I don't do it as often as I used to, but weird pencil fact, when I was a younger gentleman, I like mixing ketchup and honey mustard to make honey ketchup. I don't know what I was doing, but I did it one time, delicious. When I go to get a Frosty, or like, not a Frosty, but like with a Slurpee or an Icy or whatever equivalent you get, I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I'm an animal. AKA, I take all the available flavors and I mix them all together. A lot of people, whenever my friends see me do that, they look at me like it's blasphemy, and from what I've heard, it is. But still, that's what I do. I'm a strange fella. I like my steak well done. I just don't like... Admittedly, that's like a cultural thing being raised, passed down from my parents to me. But still, like, I do things that are weird in the eyes of the general populace. But that does it for you, huh? Getting nibbled on? And not getting nibbled, because there's a difference. Because I know for some reason people like to bite each other. Well, I can't just say for some reason. But I know people like to bite each other. I don't know why. I've heard of cuteness aggression. I get that too. I've seen that. But literally being devoured. Like, if anything, that should be the last thing you want. I get people get freaky with it, though. But even then, no, sometimes they don't. It's just weird. It's just strange. It's strange coming from me, a strange fella. But I'm assuming this is going to get freaky. Because it's Fujimoto. And it's been a while since... Well, actually, not really. How long ago did Yoru get Denji up out of here? But, like... Please, Fujimoto, don't get too freaky with it. Please. Please. Oh. Okay, never mind. Didn't get freaky. Yeah! Alright. And before all are gonna be like, Pencil Man, you do what? Well, let's see. Even old aging is like, huh? Still asking for more. Well, maybe this is a hint of power. Or maybe it is legit he's just asking and he doesn't know how to articulate. I should probably put more bass into it. Like, it's still Big Cheetah. It's still Big Cheetah. I can't make that sound serious. Even the aging is like, what is wrong with you? Did you break? Why don't you want to eat things? And I guess technically he did. But then again, that's the thing. I don't necessarily get it. I mean, I guess because he wasn't being attacked, right? Where before, he did crash out initially over the loss of Nagita. Denji gave up and Big Cheetah came out. And then, the main reason Big Cheetah was tweaking is because a bunch of people were going to attack Big Cheetah. But then again, Big Cheetah didn't really know that. Big Cheetah was aggroed by public safety. So to go from extreme aggro to taking just a little bit of damage, and then suddenly no more, I don't know, this is a little bit weird. Let's see. Is your head completely empty? To a degree, probably. Please. Don't do it. But a valid question. And as a fellow person who has nothing going on up here, hey, don't judge us. We just don't have a lot of thoughts. I've shown it before in other videos, but this is how I typically look. And that's a lie. My eyes are typically never this open. My eyes always look like this. There is no deeper introspective thought going on in my head whenever I'm making that face. I'm either thinking about anime, manga, or the Pokemon Black soundtrack is playing in my head. Or elevator music. A lot of the time, it is elevator music. Sometimes I just sit there. I don't know why. I just be doing that. So yeah, head can be empty. I am nowhere near as deep or philosophical a person as some might think, or one could assume by the look on my face at the time. Let's see. Oh, he bit down. Then Yoru's just like, hey. But then again, looks like Yoru's back in control already. So, because I heard mixed things. So apparently, at least according to last week's comment section, Asa always takes control back when she's scared of what Yoru does, or when she feels fear. But it looks like Yoru already got back control off screen. So like, I feel bad for asking y'all. I know I should just go reread, but I know I don't have the time to reread right now. I say that, but I probably could. But still, can y'all confirm? Is it like, can Asa then just immediately take control back then? Because that's what seemed like what happened here. Or can Yoru immediately take control back from Asa? Because Asa had control last chapter. That's where we get the famous JJK parallel. Oh, Yoru's really a D. But it looks like Yoru's already back. So is it like a temporary thing? And then Yoru can just snatch back the controls? I don't know. Please let me know. Thank you. I always appreciate your help. Trust me. I read all the comments, and I need to get better at responding to them. Okay. That D's trying to steal my glory! I mean, ironically enough, kind of the opposite. And like, if you think about it, it is kind of the opposite for the idea that Agent's trying to get nibbled on to make Chainsaw Man stronger so you can beat him at his best. So like, technically, you should actually let Agent do what it do. But let's see. Asa's still like, what? Chainsaw Man's on his last legs. Isn't that enough to say you beat him? Let's stop, okay? Silence! Let me concentrate. No, he still isn't mine. Oh. Interesting. What do you mean by that? No, you're legit. What do you mean by that? He isn't yours? Do you want Chainsaw Man, Yoru? Oh, well, obviously, I think the main thing Yoru wants is to hit him. But that's the thing. We still don't know how Chainsaw Man's, like, digestive tract works. Are your friends or your kids or whatever they are they even still in there? Your comrades? Are they alive in them? Because I highly doubt that at this point. I kind of think they're cooked, Yoru. Well, no, they were cooked. Or they were uncooked. They were raw ingredients. Then they got eaten. But then again, it's been how long, Yoru, since you incarnated? How long since your battle against them? I'm pretty sure them bad boys digested. I think they're gone. Like, we literally, like, unless you just barely missed his stomach, they should have fallen out, shouldn't they? If there was anything else contained in them, but I don't see nothing, Yoru. I think you're cooked. Let's see. He still isn't mine. But at this rate, I'm going to claim Chainsaw Man as my weapon. If Chainsaw Man becomes my weapon, then you can return to being an ordinary human. Both our wishes will be granted, like Famine said. Where's that darn controller? I just beat chapter 3 of Wukong, and I'm getting a little bit into chapter 4. First things first, the first level was great. Got me addicted. Second level, I hate that stupid rat! I hate him! It made me waste multiple days! I had to stop playing that game for like 2 weeks in order to calm down. I hate that stupid rat. Chapter 3, I really underestimated Ring of Fire. That thing is fire. It went from me getting a high diff by Yellowbrow, the final boss of chapter 3, to absolutely beating the brakes off of Yellowbrow. Like, legitimately, and of course, I don't care. I reignite the sparks whenever I feel like it. So, like, I immediately, once I figured out how to leave that darn fight, because I thought it was locked. Like, I had to, there was another fight like that, where I think I forgot completely about the item unless you return to the last shrine inside of the fight. So, like, I like brute force myself through a fight with locked skills, even though I do have like a boss build and then just like a general level activation build. But then, the moment I put on Ring of Fire, I maxed that boy out and I beat the brakes off the Yellowbrow like second attempt. He was that easy. So if I had to rank, chapter 2 is the hardest. If only for that stupid rat and the fact that I couldn't figure out Rock Solid. Chapter 1, It was about medium difficulty because I was still learning the game, how the game worked, and it took forever. Like the Wandering White, that first thing it's in like the first area right before you get your first transformation spell. I spent way too long trying to beat that thing when I was way too weak. I think I should just come back to it. I have not taken it off. I'm 4 chapters deep. I need that defense buff. And then chapter 3. It was actually kind of the easiest. The only thing that like gave me a bunch of trouble was the first dragon fight, and then I think the second dragon fight, like the 2 dragons. I don't know. They actually were the ones that made me struggle a whole bunch. Yellow Brown made me struggle. I just got mad and then like immediately looked up how to leave the battle to see if I could, or if I really just had to lock in and beat it. Didn't have to log in and beat it. Logged out, came back, and then I whooped them. So chapter 3, kind of the easiest chapter so far. But of course, I'm like super. I think I'm like way over leveled. Like I'm really bad at that game. But all this to say, press X to doubt. This is X. Yeah, I'm pressing X to doubt on that one. I still don't trust Famine. I really don't. Sorry for like the Black Myth Wukong rant, but so many people have already beaten that game. Calvin's already platinumed it. Another YouTuber I follow, he's already platinumed it. How y'all people move so fast? I don't know. Maybe is it just because I'm too busy, or am I really just that bad? I think I'm just that bad. But let's see. I'm pressing X to doubt on that though. The idea that both their wishes will be granted if Chainsaw Man gets turned into a weapon, that doesn't really make sense, because denji and Chainsaw Man are kind of like you can't just disconnect them. So I'm not sure if Fami's cooking or if she's accidentally going to cause the end of the world. But that may be what Fami's into. Once again, I still don't fully trust that woman. Let's see. Huh? Do you really believe it'll work out like that? Oh, sorry. Let me try that again. Do you really believe it'll work out like that? Do you, Asa? Why'd you let her go this far? I do. She does not care. I guess like that's the weird thing, right? What now that I sit back and really think about it, why does Fami care? If the human world dies, what's it matter? I guess because it may have the adverse effect, because technically the power of D's is based on human fear, right? And I guess you could argue maybe D fear has some way to play into it. Like Chainsaw Man was so powerful, not because like chainsaws are particularly scary, even though they are. It's crazy that they were used for birth. But in reality, no, the reason Chainsaw Man's so scary is because a bunch of D's fear him because he can erase them from existence. So I guess technically it could be that. Like, why would Family care? Especially considering the Big D is their sister. I'm shocked there's so much animosity between them. I guess it's like, I want to be supreme, but I don't know. I feel like it's weird that Fami's whole thing is like, I want to stop it. Okay, and let the world be destroyed then. See what happens. Let it pop off. I'm on my I'm on my Deltarune type beat where I'm like, yeah, let's see the world shrouded in darkness. Let's take a look. Let's see. I do. Uh-oh. Ah! Idiot! Give me back my body! Stop fearing me! Ah, okay. So it is an immediate desync thing. You guys don't have to comment. Well, please do. Still explain. Actually, let me see how long this lasts. Ah! Idiot! Give me back my body! Well, it's not your body. Stop fearing me! No! Asa! I do love how quickly the difference is shown. Like the meagerness and the posing, it gets a lot softer when it comes to Asa. That's fantastic. I'll give Fujimoto credit. I'm not the biggest fan of their art style to the point where it was a struggle for me to read Chainsaw Man a little bit, but I do really like their posing when they get into it. And it goes to show how even though these characters literally have the exact same design except for their eyes and for some of their physical build, I do 100% unbelievably believe that Fujimoto is really, really good at posing and having poses specific to certain characters. Let's see. Asa! Fine. I'll back off for now. Oh, really? Proof? 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 Let's see. Huh? What is this face? You're afraid of me, Asa? That hurts. Yoru. Ain't no way you're trying to gaslight Asa. Like, I get it. She's been getting smarter, which it's been kind of freaky. Like, if you track the progression of Yoru, she started out real slow, real dumb, but then she's been getting slowly but surely smarter and smarter and smarter. But like Asa, or no, Yoru, how many people did you just massacre with that one attack from halfway across the planet? In front of Asa, by the way. Not to talk about all the different people you likely slaughtered. And thank you guys for explaining like why bullet drop wouldn't really matter. Because I was kind of wondering like how the heck does that work? They're on the opposite side of the planet. Like it's not like if anything, if it had that much force to just fly out into space, gravity. And centrifugal force. I think that's what it was called in the comment. But essentially, someone explained to me, technically, as long as you do fire straight, as long as there's enough force and it doesn't override the Earth's gravitational pull, technically, yeah, we'll just curve. Which is crazy to think about, but that's literally how the International Space Station works. So, thank you guys for explaining that. But still, Asa. I keep saying Asa. Yoru, you slaughtered how many people for the free in front of Asa, and you think she wouldn't be scared? I'd be terrified. And like, admittedly, Asa isn't the sharpest one in the kitchen shed, but neither am I. So I get being terrified. But let's see. Asa, don't fall for it. Asa, don't fall for it. Got the body back. Yeah, okay. So it is only when she's afraid. So there we go. Fujimoto explained it for me, who speed read the manga. But that's how it is ultimately. As long it only is a temporary control thing, as long as Asa is in consistent fear of Yoru. Meaning that the moment that fear drops slightly below a certain threshold, you're going to be like, ow, and take the body back. All right. Whew. What is this? Okay, this is the panel I saw. This is the panel I saw. I saw her do this, and then try to point. Ah, bang. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit though, she is having a lot of fun. I do like that. This is the most happy I think we've seen Yoru manipulating people. Bang. Okay, another shot. So that's interesting. I wonder how much this is costing her, or if anything at all, or if this is just how like powerful Yoru is just meant to be, or if she still has a higher peak. And on top of that, how the heck did all three of them lose before? Because I mentioned before, from what I remember, the three sisters had fought Chainsaw Man before. That's the battle where Yoru lost all her companions. But somehow she lost then. So, like, technically, despite Chainsaw Man being stronger than what we saw at the end of part 1, Big Cheetah being stronger than what we saw at the end of part 1, he technically still isn't as powerful as Prime Chainsaw Man, because apparently Prime Chainsaw Man 1v3'd in the Underworld. So, like, how strong was Broski when you really think about it? If he was really dealing with all this, unless this is just new tech that Yoru was developing on the fly, presumably she still isn't at full power, considering a lot of her main allies and sources of strength are still, like, consumed or digested. So this is just Yoru randomly popping off, and she's already this strong. How strong are the Prime versions of these characters? Like, I still assume Makima is the Prime version of Control. If I had to hazard a guess, maybe. Once again, who knows? But, like, Yoru, if you're pulling this off, what is your peak? And Chainsaw Man, if you were meant to beat this and two other powerful horsemen, what was your peak? What are we looking at? The verse just keeps getting stronger. I like that. Keep upping it, Fujimoto. I want more reasons to have Chainsaw Man solo all of JJK. Let's see. Boom! Yeah, look at this. Like, do you know how many people this would slaughter? How many boats do you think this thing went through? Oh. I didn't realize that was a big old finger. Well, I guess it makes sense. It comes off with, like, what? It's the trigger fingers of all the people of that specific association. So it makes sense that ultimately be a finger. Ooh, but let's see. Now what? Oh. So old age, very, very powerful. For when they got, like, body bagged by Big Cheetah, I was actually kind of shocked. They seemed a lot weaker than they were, but it looks like no. They were just able to fully stop what Yoru launched at them. Let's see. Wardy, I see. This attack was aimed at me. I can't believe she thinks she can kill me with this. Ooh, touching it? Neither Chainsaw Man nor Wardy are mature enough to talk to me. Time to have them grow up. Uh-oh. Interesting. So, Now I'm real confused. I'll really admit. I think this... Drink water, folks. But I mean, hype. Looks like we're gonna get old age or aging or whatever you want to call it versus Yoru, and the real question is, what is Big Cheetah's role going to be in all this? Because this not only is the most pathetic we've seen him, but it's the most vulnerable, realistically, other than last chapter, obviously. But what's his role in all this? Notably, aging or old aging does say that they're going to age them up. They're going to force them to grow up. Once again, more so fitting into the general aging scheme rather than old aging. Once again, I'm going to trust all those who are saying in the original kanji it is old aging. I don't know why they would drop old aging, but still. I'm assuming that somehow the battle's going to include Big Cheetah, but if Yoru's still struggling this much, and presumably she's already, well then again, as someone pointed out last chapter, we have not seen Tank. We've only seen the Splagooter. And then the sniper all the way over to overseas on the other side of the planet. And with that being the case, it does make me wonder, are they cooked? Or is aging going to accidentally make both of them stronger? Right? Because it depends on how their abilities work relative to them and how much that matters to their regeneration, to their evolution, or anything like that. Presumably, I think age should just one-shot them both, or should be able to, like, Norse God them? If you remember, this is specifically, I forget if it ever happens in the comics, but in the old Avengers show, there is a moment where Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet, and he very specifically used it and the Time Stone to age up all the Avengers. However, when he aged up Thor, there was a negative byproduct, a negative effect, in the sense that Asgardians only grow stronger with age. It's like a weird thing. Despite Odin being super duper uber duper old and missing an eye, he's the most powerful Asgardian most of the time until, Thor surpasses him and stuff like that, or Loki surpasses him and stuff like that. He's the most powerful Asgardian because he's the oldest. And age, essentially, they're like fine wine. The longer they're left alone, the longer they're allowed to age, the better they'll taste, and so on and so forth, the stronger they'll get. So I wonder if that's the case for the Ds, where the more time passes, the more they get an integration on their power and more control over it, or if it's the opposite effect, considering what both of these two Ds currently are. Because if you remember, yeah, this is still Asa's body. As stupid as she is for giving Yoru the body back, that's still the body of her. She's still inhabiting a human vessel for the most part. We know that the human vessels can age. Look at Nayuta, look at Makima, like they can grow up. So she could be a one-shot victim. And at the same time, while this is Big Cheetah, it's a Big Cheetah who is still technically bound intrinsically to Denji. As Asa points out, or Yoru points out this chapter, ultimately, despite this being Big Cheetah, Denji's still inside there somewhere. I'm not sure, maybe in his heart of hearts or something like that. But he's still in there. So is he also one-shot? I don't know. So it really comes down to a 50-50 shot. Because I think it has to be they'll just get stronger or stay exactly the same. Because there's no way we're losing Asa or Denji. Or in this case, Yoru or Chainsaw Man or Big Cheetah. I don't think we're going to lose them. So we're in a real interesting spot now that aging has finally decided to come out and actually do battle. And considering the potency of their abilities and the scale that they're at, yeah, I think Yoru's cooked. But overall, that's a huge chapter. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave bang bang. Bang twice. Like bang, bang twice in the comment section down below. I just thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below, where you can support me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions to every the series I happen to review, and free variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below, where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Sierra, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Red Wolf 4765, Paris Arnold, Astro, Brandon Payne, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Josh Brown, Igneal Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $7 members: Autumn Mornings Lazo, Fine, Zombie Hunter, and Austin Wimberly. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members: Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $10 patrons: Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give the craziest, juiciest, most next-level, quadruple, sloppy, toppy, next-level superhuman in beyond this world kidney having thank you to our $100 patron, or That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.